everything, everything. I am the great, remember me.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the Chargers create.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Taking in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Now you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Tua. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
But tell the statistician they had another one to their impressive total today. Great week for the defensive front. A tough one for that offensive line. Quarterback getting right back behind that line, hoping for more time to attempt a likely 3rd down pass.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. They set up the screen for Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
There certainly wasn't a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to break our 4th quarter tie.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the fourth. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture in the AFC. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Miami set to take over. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. He dumps it off for Henry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that.
It's kind of in-vogue play. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 3rd down, Henry. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And there was some of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. Sanders' kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw. And Allen's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now left side on the swing pass. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard and it's second down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Back to throw again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
Back-to-back catches here for Carter.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins have just about... Second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Dolphins, they move back over 500 at 7-6.